the first step to helping your child overcome anxiety is to practice with them identifying those threats. So when they see something that they're afraid of, just ask, is that a hard threat or is that a soft threat? Is it something that's going to injure you? Then it's a hard threat. Is it not going to injure you immediately? Well, then that's a soft threat. So that's the first part. The second part is visualization. Visualization, it could be a really helpful tool in this process. When you look at a lot of Olympic athletes, they've been reported to use a lot of visualization techniques and strategies. If you look at, say, Michael Phelps, for example, his his training regimen, what he does is he's constantly visualizing his end result, constantly visualizing his as he's getting on the platform, as he's diving in, as he's swimming, all the way through to victory. He's gone through that in his head again and again and again, and it works really well for him. And there's a lot of athletes that use this, and a lot of not only athletes but very successful people that use these kind of exercises. We know they work. They work really well. Now the problem with that is when we have anxiety, it's the same thing, but it's in the opposite direction, right? When we're nervous about something, what do we typically do? We visualize it, but we visualize all the things that we don't want to happen. We think, oh my God, what if this happens? What if people laugh at me? What if I make a goof of myself? All these horrible things that could happen, they roll around in our mind again and again and again. When we're worrying about something, we're almost literally praying for what we don't want to happen, right? And then it's more likely to happen because we've already gone through it in our mind so many times. So when we have something that we're terrified of doing, it could even be just something simple like going and meeting someone new. What we can do instead, we identify that first, so that's not a hard threat, that's a soft threat, and we want to visualize the outcome that we want. So we just can take a minute or 2 minutes to close our eyes and think, hey, what's the best case scenario that could happen? We can go up to someone new we don't know, we can make good eye contact, we can introduce ourselves, we can smile, and they'll smile back, and they'll be really, really nice. That's the end result that we want. And if we visualize that a few times, we're more likely to get that outcome, right? It might not happen, but it's definitely better than praying for what we don't want. Praying for someone to laugh in our face, right? So coaching our kids and our students to go through that visual exercise first, right, will give us a sense of calm and a sense of confidence, right? Because your subconscious mind doesn't really know the difference between what's imagined and what's real. So if we go through that first in the mind, it's going to help us go through that after in the body.